In working for the gas industry, part of my job is to measure the ambient air around the sites, and some of the misconceptions that the public has include that the state is not heavily regulated in terms of how they let industries operate. And in fact, it is a heavy regulated industry, and part of the permitting process ensures that the general public is not exposed to harmful levels of chemicals.
Yeah, the permitting process is very complicated, especially on a case-by-case permit, because you have to quantify your emissions. You evaluate those emissions with respect to best available control technology. You evaluate those sources for new source performance standards. If you're emitting any hazardous air pollutants, you evaluate those for the hazardous air pollutant rules. And those permits can take up to a year to 2 years.
I've looked at literally hundreds of sites and thousands of samples in the greater Fort Worth area and have yet to see anything that causes me concern. Many of them are lower than what you might find in an attached garage. In fact, there's an active pad site 3/4 of a mile away from me where my permanent home is, and I'm not worried about exposures to my children or anything like that.
I'm privileged to have an understanding of air emissions, to be in a field where I can actually see what the emissions are, see what their impact on the environment is, and I sleep easy at night. I know that the companies are really doing what they need to be doing. I know that there are a lot of regulations out there that are protecting human health and the environment. I think it's exciting that we have such a great resource right here, literally in our own backyard.
You know, here in the Barnett, we have a tremendous asset that's relatively cheap to produce, and it's the cleanest burning fuel that we have available to us at this time.
I'm Stephanie Engwall, an environmental scientist.
I'm Doug Cantor. I'm an environmental engineer.
And I'm powering progress
in the Barnett.